Hello YouTube, how are you guys doing? This is me coming at you again for the city drive portion of this review. The brakes are a little bit mushy and the suspension's a little bit mushy, I've already mentioned that. The transmission in this is tall geared and you will see this just momentarily. The shift points on this are relatively similar to my Honda 4-speed automatic, so that gives you an indication of how tall they are. Here we go. First to second gear. Now this is second gear, I'll carry it up to 4,000 RPMs. That's an extremely tall gear for a 6-speed automatic transmission. The engine noise isn't too bad. You know, the Chevy Impalas didn't really have a lot of engine problems. It was mostly the transmission problems, especially on the V8 models. The 4-cylinders didn't, or excuse me, the 6-cylinders didn't have a lot of problems. However, the first gear did carry all the way to 60 miles an hour. That would get on my nerves. Transmissions are not designed, unless if it's a 2 or a 3-speed, to carry gears that tall. That's just ridiculous. Right now I'm floating in 5th gear at the moment. I haven't shifted up yet. But the car itself isn't doing too bad. I'm going to go straight down Tropicana. A couple things to say about this car. The ride quality is not bad. The car is rather hefty to stop. It is a big vehicle. But overall, it's not too bad. It's not uncomfortable. It's just, I feel like this car could have had so much more potential. I mean, first starting off with telling you what gear you're in, because that would be so ridiculous. Like, how do you not put a PRND and low on a Chevy Impala on the gear shift itself? They put it on the dashboard. So it's so ridiculous. But we're in 5th gear right now. We're going to shift up real fast. I think we're already in, no, we're not yet. Can you find the next one? Not yet. Oh, it just shifted up. So the RPMs run relatively low on this car, besides 1st and 2nd gear, but that's just to get the car going. That's another thing I've noticed about this car in the city, is that it's got pickup and go, but unfortunately the pickup and go does not carry through. The get up and go, you have to kind of mash the pedal a little bit, so that's what kind of sucks. But the ride itself is not at all atrocious. It's just, I kind of wish this car would have had more to it. Engine pitch isn't bad. Not my favorite, but it does sound like a V6 car, so there you go. Gears are tall, like I said. The car does pick up well. 1st, 2nd, and 3rd seem to be the tall gears, and then when it rotates to 5th, that's a tall one as well. And then 6th gear is just like almost on top of 5. However, when you let off the RPMs and the torque converter disengages, the RPMs do run rather very low. So that gives you an indicator that, hey, this car is meant for fuel economy, this car is meant for cruising, it's not exactly meant for hot rodding. Although I will admit, once you get this car going and you stomp the accelerator, this thing does have some pull, I'm not gonna lie. Although I do find the Toyota Camry and the Honda Accord a little bit faster. I'm not being biased, I promise. But just a little bit of speculation. But it's not a bad car to drive. I mean, the only thing is you can tell this car was made for the old lady down the street. It wasn't really made for car enthusiasts. Or, you know, people like the Chevys, hardcore American muscle, I get it. However, come on, people, be open-minded. The Japanese are coming out with good cars too. So it's just stuff like that, but this car is not bad. It's just not exactly the best. I heard the 2014 Chevy Impala is actually very impressive compared to the 13. And all I can say is, I wish them luck. I mean, Chevy, if they want to step up their game, that's great. I heard their interiors are getting a lot better. This interior, from the steering wheel down, just feels so cheap. Hard plastics everywhere. The steering wheel is even harder to touch. It's not really comfortable to grab. It's very thin. Now, do keep in mind, steering wheels used to be thinner. However, this steering wheel just feels uncomfortable. It doesn't feel like it has any padding, and you just want to, like, it's uncomfortable on your hands. One thing I do like about this car is it is very smooth in the way it drives. It feels like an elegant vehicle, although the vehicle itself isn't exactly for rich people. But Chevy did soften the ride, so the ride itself is not bad. It absorbs a lot of the bumps and the potholes, but it absorbs it too much. So if Chevy were to find a middle ground, whether it be a little bit stiffer, I would be totally okay with that. You know, this car isn't bad. It's just, I kind of wish they would have thought it through a little bit more, especially put a PRND down there. That's kind of annoying. Just drives me crazy. The interior is very bland in the center, so you can see from there, fake wood grain finish. It is plastic and you can peel it apart. So this car was not exactly well made. The one thing that does piss me off though are these mirrors. They look like ducks or something, like seriously. They look like a little shark fin. They're too small for the car, you can't even see. It's like, why did you do that, Chevy? That's so weird. That just gets on my nerves, but the rest of the car isn't bad, as you can see. My sister's in the seat next to me. Sorry. And then that's her friend in the back seat. But, basically, I know they're really good at being quiet, huh? But, basically, you know, if this car were to just have some minor modifications, the 2014 I heard did, I would be okay with it. The engine under the hood isn't bad. The transmission isn't bad. It's not the V8, so I know it probably won't fail. Just these these transmissions need to be treated with delicacy. You can't just stomp on them like that. Because if you do that, guess who's going into Bob's Transmissions for a rebuild? You. Or you can go to the dealer, but they charge you like $7,000, so you wouldn't want to do that. But everything's going good. The Hyundai Accent actually had a misfire yesterday, so I had to take it in and get new spark plugs for it. Cylinder 4 just went completely kaput. I took it in today, replaced the spark plug, so everything's good there. I'm going to do one more acceleration for you guys. But as you can see, the car itself, it's not too bad. It's just pretty big. But anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and let you go. I'm running out of camera space, so I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, just leave any comments. Thank you.